I had a worry stone until it broke. Hey, I'm going to get a different rock that's within grasp.
How many rocks do you have within grasp?
Okay, I'm good now.
Welcome to Things I Got Wrong, your general trivia podcast with a healthy dose of internet and media things. I'm Ryan Bott.
I'm Rachel Miller.
I'm Stuart Hopkins.
Did you watch a movie without me?
Kind of.
Oh, man, called...
It is so hard to get him to watch a movie. Hear all about how the movies he's watching.
That was the only one. And it was, I made the bad mistake of trying to watch it while I was working, which, let me tell you, if you're attempting to watch a completely foreign language film that's Korean with subtitles while you're trying to work, it doesn't work well. So then I had to sit down and actually watch it.
Not being productive on either front. So you guys were talking about non-dominant hands and like their abilities and usages and everything. So when this is ridiculous, and I don't know if this is like actually helped me or not, but when I started working like normal jobs, when I got like my first job at Subway, and then when I was like a stockroom manager and stuff like that, I used to exclusively do a lot of work left-handed because it was like new to my brain to begin with. So I just forced myself to do it left-handed. And I got like really good at using my left hand for shit. And then I went back to like playing guitar or like attempting to like learn music, I was significantly better. Like it actually worked. I don't know if that's like that. Maybe it was just like time or something. And then it was like totally fine for me to just go back to music. And like, I just happened to be better. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but like in my head, I totally like, I wasn't ambidextrous. It was just simple things, but it was stuff that it was like, I would clearly use my right hand for this every time. But then I don't know. I was just like, well, I don't know. I guess I'll just try it left-handed. And then I got good at like pouring drinks left-handed and stuff at Starbucks.
I worked in food service.
That was going to be my question, is
Okay.
if you actually bake the bread, which I assume not.
No, you don't.
I would prep the bread.
All right, let's get to some trivia.
Yeah.
With this is the 39th ever episode. We have 4 rounds, 2 brand new rounds, and one repurposed round from a long time ago.
What?
So excited about that. The 3 of you will all answer the questions and vie for all of the workers' comp payment in the world.
What do I have to give to get that?
Just your soul.
Your soul.
Start as always with general trivia. Question number 1. Each answer will be worth 2 points. Call out when you know it. The city of Ushuaia is the most popular city to arrive in if you want to travel to what popular but hard to reach travel destination? Stu.
The Bahamas?
Not the Bahamas. The city of Ushuaia is the most popular city to arrive in if you want to travel to what popular but hard to reach travel destination? Rachel.
Tuvalu.
Not Tuvalu.
I know Tuvalu's sinking, but it's my favorite relatively unknown country.
Oh.
This would be Antarctica. If you were to go on an Antarctic cruise, most likely you are traveling to the Argentinian city of Ushuaia at the very southern border. That's where we gotta go. I can't wait for the Antarctic live episode. Question number 2. The New Colossus, a poem written in 1883, is featured on what national monument? This would be the Statue of Liberty. Downing the words, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. That would be Statue of Liberty with the New Colossus, which is a very cool sounding title. It doesn't feel like it is directly associated to the words, but
Yeah.
cool. Question number 3. Where in the human body would you find the medulla oblongata? That would be the brain. Question number 4. What fictional character says about himself, I am a bear with very little brains? Stu.
Winnie the Pooh.
That would be Winnie the Pooh. Nice job.
Thank you.
I didn't realize when I was looking this up, I was reading about the stories, and Christopher Robin was the author's son, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this was all like fictional characters, like in his world, like stuffed animals and stuff like that.
I think it should also be noted that the author, I don't think, was close with his son at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, in like a way that it's almost like he wrote about his son, but his son was more of a character. If that makes sense.
I thought I understood it that these were bedtime stories he was telling his son. So he was incorporating like stuffed animals and everything except for I think the owl and the rabbit were stuffed animals he had. Question number 5. Which site, which received almost 8,000 visitors in 2017, was second only to the Louvre on a list of most visited tourist attractions in France?
The Eiffel Tower.
It was not the Eiffel Tower.
You said 8,000. I also thought you were talking about websites, and so my brain went to a whole different place.
All right. All right. This may have been a bad question. I also have further text, but I feel like the Eiffel Tower should have been accounted for in here. The rest of the question is, the site once contained a 2-story hunting lodge built in the early 1600s.
Oh, Rachel.
Rachel.
This is Versailles.
This is the Palace of Versailles.
Nice.
There's a lot of people that visit the area around the Eiffel Tower.
That's fine. Give her 2 points.
I feel like it was worded improperly because tourist attraction would put, like, if it was a site, like a place you go into, I would have thought it. Now that I'm saying it out loud, tourist attraction feels like Eiffel Tower should have been a part of it. Because there's no way the Eiffel Tower is behind Versailles.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 1, 2, and 3. It's just in what order. But the rest of the question was about the hunting grounds part. All right, I'll give Rachel 1 point anyways because it was the rest of the question. But
it's something.
I'll take the L on the poor question writing.
Yeah.
All right, 1 point to Rachel there. Question number 6, last question of the round. In the poem of the same name, what epic hero kills Grendel? Yeah, this is Beowulf.
I had a friend growing up whose dad was a literature professor, and that focused specifically on medieval literature. And he had a dog named Biga, which is from that book, and a cat named Grendel.
Nice.
And it was awesome. I mean, Grendel only had 3 legs. It was an adopted cat. It was amazing.
All right, this is the end of the first round. Move on to round number 2. This is our themed round, and this is U.S. state nicknames.
Oh, God.
I will give you the state nickname and as well as a secondary clue if needed. I just need the U.S. state. All right, question number 1. The Equality State was the first state to grant women the right to vote in 1869, in part because the sparsely populated western frontier needed enough voting citizens to meet the population requirements for statehood.
Rachel. Wyoming.
Yes, this was Wyoming.
Nice.
Nice job. This state had women play an enormous role in creating the communities and city centers that would define the Wild West. Which is cool. I remember watching a Adam Ruins Everything where he kind of talks about the Wild West. And I think it was originally about immigration, but they talked about that, how women, although some of them came from like, brothels and stuff like that, but played a huge, literally ran the town.
Cool.
Basically kind of defined the cities and were some of the first essentially like governors and mayors of cities in that area, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So 2 points to Rachel there. Question number 2. The Ocean State is known for its seaside colonial towns. This state has nearly 400 miles of shoreline, despite only being 48 miles long and 37 miles. Stu.
Rhode Island.
Yes. To be Rhode Island. Nice job there.
Thank you.
Question number 3. The Green Mountain State. Not to be confused with West Virginia's claim to the Mountain State. This state derives its name directly from its French translation. The Green Mountain State.
Rachel.
What?
Rachel, it's Vermont.
Yes, it is Vermont. You quite literally take verd, or in Spanish would be verdant, much like Montpellier.
Yeah.
All right, 2 points to Rachel there. Question number 4. The mother of presidents. Philadelphia is not the state. Not Pennsylvania either.
Rachel?
Rachel.
Virginia?
Yes.
Nice.
It was after the Virgin Queen, Queen Elizabeth.
The mother of presidents is home to the birthplace of 8 U.S. presidents. This Old Dominion, which is also another state nickname, is home to both Jamestown and the Chesapeake Bay. 2 points to Rachel there. Number 5, the Beehive State is shown as a symbol of hard work and industry. This state's beehive
Iconography.
Iconography? No, it just says iconography. Good Lord. This state's beehive iconography pays tribute to its pioneers like Brigham Young and Joseph Smith. This would be Utah. All right. Question number 6. The Treasure State is named for the state's rich mineral reserves, and it's no surprise that the mountain motto is Spanish for gold and silver. Rachel.
California?
Not California.
Okay.
Stu.
Nevada?
Not Nevada. I have a little bit more. I'll start from the top. The Treasure State is named for the state's rich mineral reserves, and it's no surprise that its mountain motto is Spanish for gold and silver. The state's wide open spaces also gives it another nickname, Big Sky Country.
Rachel.
Montana. Yes.
Oh.
I'll give you 1 point there. Tried to drop in a couple subtle clues like that Montana is literally Spanish for mountain. All right, that is the end of round 2 and is halftime. All right, this third round is a brand new round. It is called Makin Paper. It is a simple themed round where each correct answer contains the word paper. So I'm going to describe a thing to you which the answer contains the word paper, and I just need that answer. Question number 1. Derived from Chinese folklore, these threats appear powerful and fear-inducing, but beyond the surface are merely empty shells as powerful as the paper they're built with. Derived from Chinese folklore. Rachel.
Paper cranes?
Not paper cranes. These threats appear powerful and fear-inducing, but beyond the surface are merely empty shells as powerful as the paper they are built with. Do you have a guess, Stu?
I mean, the only thing I can think of right now is paper lanterns, but...
Not paper lanterns. You've probably heard a political figure or something like that appears tough but is kind of weak on the inside is a paper tiger. Question number 2. This substance has been used since 200 BC in China and has been used all across the Middle East and Europe, as well as basically the rest of the world now, to create everything from warrior helmets and death masks. Stu.
Paper mache.
Yes. Paper mache. Papier mache. Used to create everything from warrior helmets and death masks to piñatas and other crafts by taking paper and soaking it in paste adhesive to mold and sculpt over a frame. Nice job. Paper mache. Question number 3. The communist state just pulled your name to report to them in this dystopian indie video game released in 2013, where you work as an immigration inspector to control... Stu.
Papers, please.
Yes. I figured you might be the only person to have a shot at that question, but it was also one of the questions that inspired me to make the round, so...
Sweet.
Where you work as an immigration inspector to control the flow of people into your country. So you basically play like a Soviet bloc immigration inspector, and you have to look at their passports and their papers to catch people who are like spies or terrorists or anything else.
It's actually a really interesting game. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot on it.
Yeah. 2 points to Stu there. Question number 4. This romantic mystery takes 2 childhood friends on an all-night adventure. Nice job. Paper Towns.
Nice.
This is, I believe, the John Green book, who also wrote The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
This romantic mystery takes 2 childhood friends on an all-night adventure before Margot goes missing. Then the real adventure begins in this 2015 movie based on a novel of the same name. Nice job. Question number 5. This tradition is thought to grant a lifetime of happiness and good luck. It's a lot to fold, but this Japanese tradition is said to be worth it.
Rachel?
Paper
cranes?
Can you be more specific?
1,000 paper cranes.
Yes. I give that to you. Folding 1,000 paper cranes. There's a really funny sketch from the Dry Bar comedy channel that I had done as a pick before. There's a guy named Andy Woodhall who has a whole bit that basically starts as me and my wife are getting married. We decided to try the tradition of making 1,000 paper cranes to give us a lot of happiness and blessings in this world. We tried a more American tradition where my wife folded 5 paper cranes and I folded 995 paper cranes. All right, question number 6. Last question of the round. The Star Spirits are in trouble as you venture for the first time into an RPG version of a classic franchise. Stu.
Paper Mario.
Yes.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a really good game.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's fantastic. It has nothing on Super Mario RPG, The Legend of Seven Stars, but it's still a great spiritual successor.
Venture for the first time into the RPG version of this classic franchise that came out on the Nintendo 64, which has spun off sequels like The Thousand Year Door, Paper Jam, and Color Splash. That'd be Paper Mario, which is super fun. It's been a really long time. I don't know if it would hold up, but it probably would, because Mario games always hold up.
It actually does hold up pretty well.
Nice.
It's still entertaining.
Nice. That is the end of round 3 into the final round.
Oh gosh, this is a first, guys, where we're all really close together.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've maybe had one other game that I can at least personally remember that it was almost tied up or super close. But yeah.
I feel like there's always been somebody hanging in the fort.
There was a 3-way tie on the Halloween episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
That was round robin, but yeah.
Where the points don't matter.
Everything's made up and the points don't matter.
All right, last round, final round. We've done once before a round called 10 Steps, which was where I took a movie or television show and went to IMDb and got a bunch of keywords. This is essentially the same thing, but I renamed it something better. And I gave you I gave you 6 full questions. So I'm calling it Keyword Countdown, where I have 6 questions now, and I have 10 keywords for each of them. So I'll go down the list fairly quickly. Basically, I'll give you 2 points if you get it before all of the questions run out, and 1 point if you have to get it with all 10. I think the first 10 steps one was maybe the very first episode or close to it. And I think it was like 5 points, or the points were way off. So reined it all in. So I will go through, like I said, 10 keywords, go through them fairly quickly. Call out if you have a guess. All right. They're all movies. Subway tunnel, military, night vision, camera, no survivors. Subway tunnel, military, night vision, night vision, camera, no survivors. Statue of Liberty, explosion, going away party. Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Cloverfield, Statue of Liberty, explosion, going away party, found footage, gigantic monster. That would be Cloverfield. I remember I saw Cloverfield at a midnight release.
Really?
That's pretty good, yeah. Question number 2. Travel agency, Wall of Fire, Goofball, God Complex, original story. The first 5 are Travel Agency, Wall of Fire, Goofball, God Complex, Original Story, Storm at Sea, TV Show, Hidden Camera. Yes. The Truman Show. Storm at Sea, TV Show, Hidden Camera, Simulated Reality, Fictional Reality Show. So, I imagine probably Stu nor Rachel have seen Truman Show.
I actually have
Nope.
once, but it was a long time ago. I was in high school when I saw it.
Yeah.
I haven't.
It holds up. It's pretty good. All right. I have unrelated. I've also watched a couple episodes of Kidding, which is I think on HBO or Showtime or something like that. That's pretty good. With him, it's very dark. All right. Question number 3: police car, talking animal, eccentric villain, extraterrestrial. Maybe.
Ryan, this round feels biased.
I try to make sure that no questions are too on the nose for one person, but also giving everybody a little bit of something in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I request next game a full round on French.
Yeah, go ahead and create it. Police car, talking animal, eccentric villain, extraterrestrial, power ring, super speed, based on a video game, mad scientist, running fast, and hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
All right, question number 4. Loss of mother, religion, Ouija board, child swearing, tied to a bed.
Oh, man, I was going to get it for the first time.
I know, me too. I was like, oh yeah, I think I know this one.
That's how the movie opens.
Never
Yeah.
seen it.
Tied to the bed.
Priest would be number 6. Demonic force of vomiting, supernatural being, exorcism. Just to tip it off a little bit more.
Yeah.
Question number 5. Circus, grain, teamwork, falling leaf, Chinese stew.
A Bug's Life.
Yes. Chinese takeout box, butterfly, queen, ladybug, mechanical bird, ant. That would be A Bug's Life.
Sweet.
Question number 6. Last question of the game. Main character dies. Dream imagery. Prisoner. Battle axe. Legion. The main character dies. Dream imagery. Prisoner. Battle axe. Legion. Rachel.
Gladiator?
Yes. Nicely
Battle
done.
axe.
I don't know where the axe comes from, but I know all the others. Yeah, the axe one didn't quite.
I don't know. I actually don't know if I've ever. I haven't seen all of Gladiator. I know I've seen parts of it.
Were you not entertained?
Oh, man.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Botched execution, spear, combat, Caesar, Roman Empire. That would be Gladiator.
You take constructive criticism. I think main character dies needs to be way further down. There's a limited number of movies where the main character dies.
Yeah, but like I can't name anything for those. Like,
I don't know,
they kept
name
my
one
mind
other
racing.
one.
Well, I can tell you, you said main character dies before you said anything else. At first, I thought it was Gladiator.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
there you go.
Well, then, yeah, you're just on the nose.
I'm sorry, was somebody just complaining about how there weren't enough movies in their wheelhouse for this round?
Oh, I'm still going to complain about that. It doesn't change my complaints.
All right. That's the end of the game.
I think there was one that she like crushed it, but otherwise, and then there's the rounds where the points get really goofy, like our early days. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm pretty sure that you're the only one who's done it.
I'm still a fan of half points and bringing him back. So, FYI,
Turtles
so
in
much.
turtles in a half point. Turtle power.
Yeah, be careful suggesting that. I'll start also giving turtles points.
I don't know what those computate to, but
Bernardo.
Stu is still in the fort,
One
but he has 6 turtles with him,
Michelangelo.
so
So I'm not alone.
Voila! See, everybody wins.
I ride around on my turtles in the fort.
all right, that is the end of the game. Let's get to some picks, which a couple of us give each episode, either a movie, a game, experience, something cool like that we recommend you check out. I have a pick. Mine's just kind of an experience. It's one that I've done once before, but me and Rachel got to go out and do a couple of weeks ago, and that is to go to an escape room.
Ooh.
Which
What kind of escape room did you go in?
So the stories on all of these are always super basic, but it was basically like I don't even remember. I think it was like an alien invasion, and we're in a ship. And we have to solve all the puzzles within an hour.
No.
Sure. Okay.
We are, yes, there's an alien invasion. So there. We have been sent into like the middle of the jungle somewhere on Earth to reactivate an
Oh, that's
ancient
right.
weapon.
It was not the most memorable story lore because the room wasn't necessarily like the most amazingly like built and looking. Like it was kind of a room with like these big stations, but I'm sure there are some that are like super decked out and have like amazing, like you're in a like a very Victorian library and you have to do a bunch of stuff, or like, you know, like whatever it is, or could have a lot of decorations and everything. But it's super fun. Like I really loved going to them, and me and Rachel went, and we got to go to one by ourselves, which was cool because, so, you know, I don't know. I would ideally, you know, not like to go with just random people, although I'm sure it's really not that bad. But it's something I would highly recommend. Like there are a ton of them. I know it's growing in almost any decently sized city. Super, super fun. Just we got to go, and then we realized so we didn't solve it in time. And once
there's two of us and there's too much going on, you need more minds.
Once the lady came in to tell us our time was up, she also told us that we were in the hardest room of any of them, which wasn't disclosed on the website. We had a ton of fun, and I think it's more fun to do. Like I would rather lose, but have a lot of fun for the entire hour as opposed to just like burn through it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. And if I could give any tip, because it's the one thing we probably screwed up on, is we tried to like solve, like obviously there's these big stations, like there's the places that you have to like turn on or do whatever, and that's a combination of locks and puzzles. But we also left sections where like drawers that were locked up that we knew had things in them. And I would just recommend anyone doing it. Just like make sure you get all the pieces out first. Focus on that as opposed to wasting time on some of the big machines or anything like that.
I think it just so depends on the escape room, though. Like some of them, you have to do the machine to get the drawer or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think maybe we spent too much time realizing that there are locks on drawers that clearly open up more pieces and not getting to them fast enough.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
But they're super, super fun. Like, and they're probably, I don't know, $20 or $30 to go in for an hour, and you can get as many friends, you know, anywhere but probably a limit of like 8 to 10 friends most of the time. I would probably recommend around 4 to 6 is probably the sweet spot for most rooms.
Yeah.
But go check out a room. Like they're super fun. Like I would love to do one every couple months.
That would be a blast.
But yeah, that's
Let's
the
do
pick.
it.
If you have a pick that you're listening at home and you think other people would enjoy, send it our way. We're going to start shouting them out. Email it to us at thingsigotwrong@gmail.com, or check out the website, thingsigotwrong.com, or on social, Twitter and Instagram at thingsigotwrong. The next episode comes out at the end of March, and that'll be the round robin episode where all 4 of us are reading questions. So stay tuned for that. And thanks again. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.